The pickup's arms race now includes entries in the small artillery division. Toyota may have fired the first shots, but now Chevy has some heavy metal to bring to the fight. Hi, I'm Aaron Cole with Motor Authority here in Grand Junction, Colorado to take the 2017 Chevy Colorado ZR2 through its first paces. Who wants to get some? The differences between the ZR2 and a standard Colorado are clear. Beyond the knobby tires and muscled up bumpers, the ZR2 is 2 inches taller and 3.5 inches wider. No front air dam means that the ZR2 has better approach angles for off-roading than the base Colorado, which was, frankly, lousy. But what's interesting is almost what you can't see. At each corner there's a 2-stage damper system that Chevy developed specifically for the Colorado ZR2. The details here are enough to fill a textbook on fluid dynamics, so I'm just going to hit the essence. Basically, it's a 2-stage system with different compression and rebound rates based on or off-road driving circumstances. The result is one of the most comfortable on-road Baja trucks that we've been in. So what's it like to drive on the road? Well, we're going at highway speeds here at about 60, 65 miles an hour. And surprisingly, there's not a lot of drone coming off the big 31-inch year Goodyear tires, which is surprising considering how knobby and how off-road oriented they are. That's something that you would expect. The other thing that's notable is that it's entirely civil to drive on the highway. Unlike a lot of off-road oriented vehicles that can feel really nervous or really bouncy on the road, the Colorado ZR2 is actually somewhat easy to drive. I wouldn't consider it a great long road trip vehicle, considering that we've been on the road now for about half an hour and at highway speeds, and we're averaging about somewhere in the neighborhood of about 15 miles per gallon. This is the V6 gas version, so you can expect that the diesel version is going to get a little bit better MPG, but still it's far from glorious. The cabin is surprisingly quiet for an off-road vehicle, and overall it feels like a Colorado inside, which is, I think, the point. Off-roading hardware in the ZR2 includes front, rear locking differentials, and a 2-speed transfer case. So it certainly has all the goods needed to go off-road. Chevy included an off-road mode for the ZR2 that speeds up throttle response, holds gears longer, and changes the traction control for better grip. But its best attribute might actually be its smaller size. Compared to other full-size off-roading trucks, this thing is nimble, it's tiny, it's much easier to negotiate this fairly small trail. Now, having said that, there's a lot of distance between me and the front of the hood, which means that the 2 corners over there are kind of hard to see. Other small, focused off-roaders don't really have that problem. In our drives, even the off-road mode is still a little too strict. Turn everything off, because it's totally worth holding down all the buttons to get the ZR2 to go sideways on dirt. Beyond its drivability off-road, which should be the reasons why you consider it in the first place, the ZR2 still feels like a Colorado. And for most folks, that's a good thing. From the inside out, the ZR2 looks and behaves exactly like a Colorado. There's a big touchscreen, everything is in the right place, and the interior doesn't look like it's going to be dated in 5 years. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto handle the infotainment duties best. As a matter of fact, we might say that it's a little too boring considering its off-road extremities. The ZR2 comes in extended or crew cab configurations, with the difference getting eaten in the box size. The ZR2 comes with either a 308 horsepower 3.6 liter V6 gas engine or a 2.8 liter turbo diesel that makes 369 pound-feet of torque, and the differences are obvious. The diesel has rock-crawling grunt, and the gas model is better for powering through sand. Beyond the engine differences, the trucks are nearly identical right down to the springs and nuts. The diesel adds a couple of 100 pounds to the front, but suspension tuning negates some of that nose-heavy feel. Compared with full-sizers like it, the Chevy Colorado is smaller and more nimble, and that's the truck's secret weapon. It has enough engineering underneath it to make it a heavyweight off-road, but its smaller size and on-road dynamics means that this little guy has a lot of firepower. Reporting for Motor Authority from Colorado, I'm Aaron Cole. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow Motor Authority on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for more.